Hello guys. So yes guys, your boy is reborn. Look at my hair. Look at my hair, man. Look at that. Guys, your boy is reborn. Trust me. That is right then guys, your boy went to a hairdresser to get his hair cut. I asked for a little trim and instead came back with my hair nice and short. But anyway guys, welcome back to a brand new video. This week it is Premier League Game Week 27 predictions. There's 12 games being played in this Game Week 27. And also, before I get started with today's video, I got no correct scores in my last video, guys. That is right. That must change in this video right now. But anyway, guys, like this video, hit that like button, subscribe if not already. Without further ado, let's get straight in with today's my Premier League Game Week 27 predictions. So then, guys, first game we have it is Bournemouth versus Liverpool, guys. That is right. Bournemouth only just lost 3-2 to Arsenal at the weekend, a 3-2 loss. Unfortunately, guys, Bournemouth conceded in the 97th minute against Arsenal. That is right, 97th minute to lose 3-2. So very, very unfortunate loss for Bournemouth right there. They definitely deserved a point in that game. But anyway, guys, that leaves them in the relegation zone, 2 points from safety. So then, guys, Liverpool. That is right, Liverpool beat Man United 7-0, guys. That is right, 7-0. And by the way, fun fact for you, Wout Faes, who plays for Leicester, has scored more goals at Anfield than Man United have since 2016. That is right, guys. Man United can't seem to beat Liverpool at Anfield. It is crazy, but yeah, 7-0. I missed that game, unfortunately, because I was out. But I've seen the highlights, I've seen the goals, and yeah, Liverpool destroyed Man United. But anyway, guys, so guys, considering Liverpool have had a bad season, they're only 3 points away from 4th place. So yeah, so Liverpool have finally turned their season around. Nunez, guys, Nunez is scoring goals. Gakpo is scoring goals. Salah is scoring goals. So yeah then, guys, Nunez has finally settled down in the Premier League. That is right. I think next season, I believe, guys, next season we will see a different Nunez. That is right. I believe Nunez will get at least 20 goals in the Premier League next season. But anyway, guys, so just on form alone, and obviously Liverpool's recent 7-0 win, I've got this game as a Liverpool win. That is right. I've got Liverpool, guys, to beat Bournemouth 3-0. Our next game, guys, it is Everton versus Brentford. That is right. Everton drew 2-2 to Nottingham Forest at the weekend. So yeah, great point for Everton right there, but they are still in danger, guys. They are still in 18th place. Sean Dyche has done a good job since he come to Everton, but they are still not out the trouble yet. I do believe Everton will be safe, but for now it's looking very, very dangerous. So yes, find out how they get on. Recently, Pickford has signed a new Everton deal which keeps him at the club for another 3 or 4 seasons. So Pickford gets a lot of stick, but I like Pickford. I do like Pickford. So yeah, so they've got him for another 3 or 4 seasons. So that is good news for Everton right there. But yeah, they are definitely in trouble of championship football next season. Anyway, guys, Brentford beat Fulham 3-2. By the way, Brentford, man, are looking, again, fantastic, guys. Tony with another goal. How long will Brentford be without Tony for if he gets found guilty and charged or whatever? But Brentford right now currently in 9th place and only 3 points, guys, away from 6th. That is right, guys. Brentford are fighting for Europa League football and we all love to see it, guys. That is right. Brentford deserve all the success. They've done fantastically well this season. Just from that fantastic win against Fulham at the weekend, I've got Brentford to win this game. That is why I've got Brentford to beat Everton 3-1. Our next game, guys, it is Leeds United versus Brighton. That is right, guys. Leeds lost 1-0 to Chelsea at the weekend. Leeds are right now in 17th place. So Leeds are definitely fighting for relegation. I know there's still a lot of 13, 14 games left to play, but Leeds just can't seem to stop the goals from going in. But anyway, guys, Brighton beat West Ham 4-0 at the weekend. Brighton are currently right now 8th and on the same points as Brentford, which means they're only 3 points away from 6th, guys. That's right, there's 4 teams fighting out for 6th place this weekend. So that's right, Brighton, guys. Brighton are another team that have done surprisingly well, and now you know what, they deserve it again, like Brentford, because they have worked so hard, losing Graham Potter, losing Trossard, but they are still somehow doing better than when Potter and Trossard were there. So fair play to Brighton right there. So then, guys, just on that alone and form alone, I've got Brighton to beat Leeds. That's why I've got Brighton to beat Leeds 2-0. Our next game, guys, is a big one for my boys. That is right, it's Leicester City versus Chelsea, guys. That is right. Leicester, guys, lost 1-0 to Southampton at the weekend. Bottom of the table clash, well, sort of. Southampton are still sitting bottom of the Premier League table, and somehow they beat Leicester 1-0. So fantastic point, fantastic win for them right there. But I'll get on to them when it's their turn on this video. But that's right, guys. Leicester lost 1-0 to Southampton, and it puts them in 15th place, guys. 2 points above relegation zone in 18th. That is right, guys. Leicester right now are definitely 100% in the relegation battle. And you know what? I am fearing for my boys, guys. That's right. Your boy's a Leicester fan, and you know what? I am fearing for relegation this season. We just don't seem good enough on the ball. You know what? It is crazy. I do believe our football has gone stale, and I do believe Rodgers should do the right thing, respect the club, and leave the contract. But unfortunately, guys, Leicester can't afford to get rid of him because he's worth too much money. That is right. Leicester recently, yesterday, announced a £92 million from last season. That is right, guys. So yeah, so Leicester, guys, are 100% in a relegation battle. And you know what? It's super scared to see what happens with Leicester. 2 points above relegation. It is not looking good. But anyway, guys, Chelsea beat Leeds 1-0, and recently, last night as well, they beat Borussia Dortmund in the last 16 of the Champions League. That is right, they won 2-0 at home, which means they won 2-1 on aggregate. So yeah, Graham Potter has saved his job for another week, beating Leeds and then also Borussia Dortmund to reach the quarterfinals of the Champions League. So yeah, so Potter finally turned the season around for Chelsea. But if that comes true, it is a bad time for Leicester to be playing Chelsea, because obviously they're full of confidence right now. So that's right then, guys. So this game's a big game for Leicester and both Chelsea as well. But seen online recently that all the Leicester players, some Leicester players want him out, and one of the names is JV. So that's all I'm going to say. But anyway, guys, just on form alone and the way Leicester are right now, I've got Chelsea to win this game. That is why I've got Chelsea to beat Leicester 2-1. Our next game, guys, it is Spurs versus Nottingham Forest, guys. That is right, Spurs lost 1-0 to Wolves at the weekend, but they still sit in 4th place and 3 points above Liverpool. That is right, so a poor loss for the Spurs right there. They're playing today against AC Milan to try and turn around a 1-0 loss away from home in the first leg of the Champions League. That is right, so Spurs have a big game tonight as I'm filming this, and also at the weekend against Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest drew to Everton 2-2, and again, just like most of the teams at the bottom half, Nottingham Forest are definitely 100% again in trouble of relegation. I don't know if they'll go down because they've got so many, you know, good players, but we should find out how they get on. So I do believe Spurs will have too much for Nottingham Forest. That as well. I've got Spurs to beat Nottingham Forest a big 3-1. Our next game, guys, is Crystal Palace versus Man City. That is right, Palace are playing twice this week. Get onto that later on. But yeah, Palace lost 1-0 to Aston Villa at the weekend, guys, which puts them in 12th place, only 5 points above relegation. So that is right. So from literally, guys, from 12th to 20th, all them teams are fighting it out for relegation. That is right. Yeah. So Palace are 5 points clear of the relegation zone. Palace are far too good to get relegated because in the past years they have done very, very well. But losing to Villa, Palace are just behind Villa. Now they are 6 points behind. But if they beat Villa, they would have been, you know, sort of level on points. So yeah, so a bad loss for Palace right there. Man City on the other hand beat Newcastle 2-0, which puts them still in the title race. So yeah, so good win for Newcastle, a good win for Man City right there. Phil Foden has finally found that form again, because you know what, Phil Foden in the last 3 or 4 or 5 games, he has looked out of it, but now he's scoring goals again, so we should find out how he gets on. So that's right, guys. But I've got Man City to beat Palace. That's why I've got Man City to beat Palace 2-0. Our next game, guys, it's Fulham versus Arsenal. That is right, a London derby match. Fulham versus Arsenal. So that is right, Fulham lost 3-2 to Brentford at the weekend. So very poor loss. Like I say, Brentford, Brighton and Fulham are all fighting it out for Europa League football. So Fulham to lose to Brentford is in fact a very big loss. Arsenal, guys, only just beat Bournemouth 3-2 with a 97th minute goal by Nelson. That is right, 97th minute. I feel very, very upset for Bournemouth for losing that game, but somehow Arsenal dug deep and won that game. That is right. So basically right now, guys, Arsenal are literally in a great position to win this year's title, and oh boy, I really, really wish and hope they do win. You know, makes a change for Man City winning it every single year. So come on, Arsenal, let's win this title. Just away from Man City, please. Please win it, man. So then, guys, because Fulham had a bad loss at the weekend, I believe their confidence will be a little bit shot. So that's why I've got. So that's why I've got Arsenal to beat Fulham. That's why I've got Arsenal to beat Fulham 2-1. Our next game, guys, it's Man United versus Southampton, guys. That is right. Man United losing 7-0 at the weekend to Liverpool. So that will be a big shot to their system, that will. But anyway, guys, before we get started, Bruno Fernandes, man, you know what? Yes, you're losing like 6-0, 5-0 at the time, but Bruno Fernandes got, like, you know, he got skilled by, I think it was Harvey Elliott, and he just, you know, walking back. Yes, you're 5-0 down or 6-0 down, but you still work for the team. But this is one thumbnail. You see one thumbnail right now. I've put ahead of Bruno Fernandes' head, Mardy. Guys, Bruno Fernandes is one of my most hated players in the Premier League. That is right. He just, well, I might get some stick for this, but he's a bit of a crybaby, okay? He goes down so easily and starts yelling, starts shouting, you know what? And yeah, Bruno Fernandes, man, he does my head in. Yeah, losing 5-0, but he still works for the team. And yeah, you know what? It's crazy. So yeah, but Southampton on the other hand, guys, beat Leicester. That is right, Southampton beat Leicester 1-0. That is right, man. So what a great result for Southampton right there. They're still bottom of the table, but that win will definitely give them a boost. But unfortunately, guys, I believe Man United will come out this week and get revenge. That is right. I believe Ten Hag, I said all his players in the next morning, nice and early, training nice and early, training all day, training all week. And you know what? I believe Ten Hag has not gave them a break. So that's right. I believe Man United will come out this weekend and get revenge. That is right. So that's why I've got Man United to beat Southampton 3-1. Our next game, guys, it's West Ham versus Aston Villa. That is right, West Ham lost 4-0. That is right, 4-0 to Brighton at the weekend. Yeah, you know what? I thought West Ham would turn in a little point, but losing 4-0 to Brighton just proves that they're also in a relegation fight. Villa beat Crystal Palace 1-0, but I do believe, guys, I do believe Villa are definitely safe this season. That is right. I believe Villa will get top 10 this season. Villa right now are in a great position to finish in the top half of the Premier League table. So guys, that is why I've got this game to go to an Aston Villa win. That is why I've got Aston Villa to beat West Ham 1-0. Our next game, guys, it is Newcastle versus Wolves. That is right, I want to change my statement, guys. That is right, I want to change my statement. At the start of the season, in this first prediction video, I said Newcastle will finish top 4. I want to change that, guys. Is it too late to change it? But anyway, if it is too late to change it, I'm going to change it anyway, guys. That is right, I now believe Newcastle won't even get Europa League football. Guys, a fantastic season Newcastle have had, but they have drew too many games and lost too many games. That's right, they're currently right now in 6th place, 4 points away from 4th place. So yeah, so Newcastle, guys, are slowly losing their position, and obviously with Fulham, Brighton and Brentford all behind them right now. Yeah, you know what, it's going to be a big push for Europa League football. So, but obviously, I believe Newcastle's loss in the final against Man United has really hurt them. But, and also, I think what also hurt them was signing Anthony Gordon. That's all I'm going to say about that one. But anyway, guys, so yeah, so I believe Newcastle will get lower in the table as the season goes on right now. Unfortunately, that's just how it is. All these Newcastle fans, all these Newcastle fans giving it the big in, like, we are the biggest city we are the biggest team in the Premier League. Well, guess what? You're definitely getting low in the table. But anyway, guys, Wolves beat Spurs 1-0 at the weekend, which puts them in 13th place, 5 points above relegation zone. So that is right. But boy also believes that Wolves are also in a relegation fight. That is right. They're 5 points away from relegation, but from like 11th to 20th, they're all not safe. So that is right, guys. That's how Newcastle are at the moment. I've got this game to end as a draw. That is right. I've got Newcastle United versus Wolves to end as a 1-1 draw. So then, guys, that is all 10 games at the weekend being played, but we have 2 more games in the week on Wednesday night. That is right. Our first game is in fact been rescheduled 3 times. That is right, guys. It's Brighton versus Palace. This game has been rescheduled 3 times due to obviously tram changes and striking and things like that. So this game is finally happening. Brighton versus Palace. If Brighton can somehow get 6 points out of these next 2 games, they're in a great position. That is right. And also Palace will want to bounce back from the 1-0 loss. They are playing Man City this week, and also Brighton. So Palace have it tough this weekend. Man City and also Brighton. So yeah, so I believe Palace will find it hard to get a point out of these 2 games. That is why I've got Brighton to beat Palace 2-0. Our next game, guys. One team is fighting for Europa League football. One team is fighting for survival. That is right. It's Southampton versus Brentford. That is right, guys. So if Southampton can somehow get a few points out of their next 2 games, that'll put them in a great position to get out of the relegation zone. But they are playing some very good teams, Man United and also Brentford. So again, like Palace, I believe Southampton will find it hard to get a point out of these next 2 games. So that is right. So obviously Brentford are looking great right now. So I believe, guys, I believe Brentford will get 6 points out of their next 2 games. That is right. So that's why I've got Brentford to beat Southampton 3-1. So then, guys, that is the end of my Game Week 27 prediction. If you like this video, guys, hit that like button, subscribe if you're not right there, and let me know down below in the comments if you agree with any of my choices. Yeah, 12 games being played this week, so very exciting. So yes, man, and I'll see you guys next week for a brand new video. You like my hair? Let me know down below in the comments. But yeah, it's very short, guys. But you know what, my beard looks nice as well. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching today's video. Good, and good night.